Welcome back by our channel. In this video, we talk about the secrets of Hitler's architect, Hans Kammler. Born in 1901, Kammler was a bright student drawn to engineering. He joined the Nazi Party in 1931, setting him on a path of architectural grandeur and cruelty. His early projects showcased his talent, but his true calling lay in creating instruments of suffering. Kammler's name became synonymous with the concentration camp. Kammler's expertise made him ideal for designing the machinery of the Holocaust. He transformed Auschwitz into a factory of death, maximizing its capacity for suffering. His factories produced gas chambers and ovens, intertwining his legacy with horror. Kammler's story is a chilling reminder of how brilliance can be corrupted. His name became synonymous with horror and inhumanity. Kammler built bunkers, defenses, and military installations across Europe. His projects, often using slave labor, contributed to the Nazi war machine. Kammler approached extermination with cold detachment, seeking efficiency in death. He viewed human beings as mere units to be processed. Kammler's ruthlessness caught Heinrich Himmler's eye. Inducted into the SS in 1942, he oversaw underground factories and the V2 rocket program. Thousands of prisoners died under his supervision. Kammler seemed oblivious to the human cost of his endeavors. The V2 program symbolized his legacy of ambition and fanaticism. Kammler oversaw military bases and fortifications in occupied territories. His projects imposed Nazi ideology and exploited local populations. As the war turned, he focused on creating a national redoubt in the Bavarian Alps. This project symbolized the Nazis' desperation. Kammler shifted from expansion to fortifying shrinking borders. Kammler was not immune to Nazi paranoia. His growing influence made him a target of suspicion. As the war ended, he became isolated, his loyalty questioned. Kammler's disappearance fueled speculation and mystery. Kammler navigated the SS with ambition and cunning. He cultivated relationships with powerful figures, projecting loyalty. Kammler demanded absolute obedience and tolerated no dissent. His rapid rise attracted jealousy and suspicion. Power within the Third Reich was a fickle mistress. Kammler held terrifying authority within the SS. He viewed the human cost of his actions as necessary sacrifices. Kammler oversaw weapons production and advanced technologies. His volatile temper and demands for loyalty pushed him to the edge. The pressure of his position revealed cracks in his facade. Kammler developed terrifying weapons like the V2 rockets. He saw these weapons as symbols of Aryan ingenuity. Kammler was rumored to be involved in secret research projects. His ambitions extended beyond conventional horrors. Kammler became a figure of fascination and dread. Kammler's fate became shrouded in mystery as the war ended. Some believe he escaped, while others think he was executed. His disappearance fueled speculation and unanswered questions. Kammler's legacy is a complex and troubling one. His story serves as a warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition. Crimes against humanity. Kammler's architectural endeavors were not confined to blueprints and construction sites. They extended into the realm of unimaginable cruelty, where human life was treated as a disposable commodity. His role in the Holocaust, particularly in the design and expansion of Auschwitz, cemented his place among history's most reviled figures. Kammler approached the task of extermination with a chilling pragmatism. He saw the camps as factories, their sole purpose the efficient elimination of those deemed undesirable by the Nazi regime. His innovations, far from being feats of engineering, were grotesque perversions of human ingenuity, designed to maximize suffering and death. The gas chambers, the crematoria, the very layout of the camps all bore the mark of Kammler's chilling efficiency. He sought to streamline the process of mass murder, to remove any hint of humanity from the equation. Under his watch, the camps became mechanized killing grounds, testament to the depths of human depravity. Kammler's crimes extended beyond the physical structures he created. He played a key role in the implementation of the final solution, the Nazi plan to exterminate European Jews. His logistical expertise, his ability to organize and manage vast, complex projects, was essential in coordinating the deportation and murder of millions. The blood-stained architect. Kammler's obsession with efficiency had a devastating human cost. The construction of his projects, from concentration camps to secret underground factories, relied heavily on forced labor. Millions of prisoners of war, political opponents, and those deemed racially inferior were forced to work on these projects, enduring horrific conditions and brutal treatment. Kammler viewed these laborers as expendable resources, their lives insignificant compared to the grand goals of the Nazi regime. He showed no remorse for their suffering, no hesitation in working them to death. Their bodies, broken and discarded, became part of the foundations of his projects, a silent testament to his crimes. The construction of the Mittelwerk factory, where V-2 rockets were produced, was a particularly horrific example of Kammler's brutality. Thousands of prisoners died from starvation, disease, and overwork in the underground tunnels. The rockets, hailed as marvels of German engineering, were built on a foundation of unimaginable suffering. Kammler's legacy is inextricably linked to the suffering he inflicted. His name, forever associated with the Holocaust and the horrors of Nazi Germany, serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the devastating consequences of blind obedience to an evil ideology. Moral accountability. The question of Kammler's moral accountability is a complex one. Was he a true believer in Nazi ideology, driven by a fanatical hatred of those he helped exterminate? Or was he a cold, calculating pragmatist, more concerned with efficiency and advancement than the moral implications of his actions? The historical record paints a picture of a man driven by a chilling blend of ambition and indifference. He seemed to view the world through a detached, technical lens, reducing human beings to mere numbers on a spreadsheet. The suffering he inflicted, the lives he extinguished, seemed to matter little in his pursuit of the Nazi vision. Some argue that Kammler was simply following orders, that he was a cog in a much larger machine of destruction. However, his position within the SS, the authority he wielded, and the initiative he demonstrated in implementing some of the regime's most horrific policies suggest a more active and willing participant in the Nazi genocide. Regardless of his motivations, Kammler's actions place him squarely among the architects of the Holocaust. He bears responsibility for the deaths of millions, for the unimaginable suffering inflicted in the name of a twisted ideology. His story serves as a stark warning about the dangers of unchecked power and the ease with which human beings can become complicit in even the most horrific crimes. Section 4. Echoes of Atrocity. Kammler's legacy extends far beyond the confines of World War II. His story continues to resonate, a chilling reminder of the fragility of civilization and the ever-present potential for human cruelty. The horrors he helped unleash serve as a stark warning against complacency, a call to vigilance in the face of intolerance and oppression. The study of Kammler's life and crimes is not for the faint of heart. It is a journey into the darkest recesses of the human soul, a confrontation with the banality of evil. Yet it is a journey we must undertake, for it is only by confronting the horrors of the past that we can hope to prevent their repetition. Kammler's story challenges us to examine our own capacity for cruelty, to question our willingness to follow orders blindly, to remain silent in the face of injustice. It is a call to action, a reminder that we all have a responsibility to stand up against hatred, prejudice, and the abuse of power. The echoes of Kammler's atrocities can still be felt today, in the rise of nationalism, in the resurgence of intolerance, in the ongoing struggle for human rights around the world. His legacy serves as a stark reminder that the fight for a just and humane world is far from over, that the vigilance of each generation is required to prevent the darkness from returning. Section 1. The Vanishing Act. As the Allied armies closed in on Berlin, the Nazi regime teetered on the brink of collapse. Amidst the chaos, Hans Kammlr vanished. His disappearance has fueled decades of speculation. The last confirmed sighting places him in Prague, Czechoslovakia in late April 1945. What transpired next remains a subject of intense debate. Some claim Kammler committed suicide, others suggest he escaped. Kammler became a ghost, haunting the ruins of the Third Reich. In the absence of facts, rumors and speculation have flourished. Some whisper that Kammler, with his knowledge of advanced technology and secret weapons programs, struck a deal with the Allies, trading his expertise for immunity and a new identity. This theory, fueled by the Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, suggests that Kammler's knowledge was deemed too valuable to risk falling into enemy hands. Others speculate that Kammler sought refuge in South America, joining a network of escaped Nazis who had found safe haven in countries like Argentina and Brazil. This theory is supported by the fact that many high-ranking Nazis did indeed escape to South America after the war, aided by sympathetic governments and clandestine organizations. Still, other theories propose more sinister ends. Some believe Kammler was captured and executed by the Soviets. His knowledge of sensitive Nazi projects deemed too dangerous to allow him to live. Others suggest he fell victim to internal power struggles within the collapsing Nazi regime, assassinated by rivals seeking to eliminate potential threats or secure their own survival. The truth, lost amidst the chaos of war and the passage of time, may never be fully known. Kammler's disappearance remains one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century, a testament to the enduring power of secrets and the human fascination with the unknown. The mystery surrounding Kammler's fate extends beyond mere historical curiosity. It speaks to the enduring legacy of the Nazi regime, the unresolved questions that continue to haunt us decades after the fall of the Third Reich. Kammler, the architect of so much destruction, the embodiment of the regime's darkest ambitions, has become a symbol of the elusive nature of justice and the difficulty of confronting the past. His disappearance also highlights the challenges of historical inquiry, the limitations of evidence, and the importance of critical thinking when navigating a landscape of conflicting accounts and unsubstantiated claims. The search for truth, particularly in the realm of recent history, is often fraught with ambiguity, requiring a careful balance of skepticism and open-mindedness. Despite the lack of definitive answers, the pursuit of truth regarding Kammler's fate remains a worthwhile endeavor. It forces us to confront the horrors of the Nazi regime, to grapple with the complexities of human nature, and to acknowledge the enduring power of the past to shape the present. The mystery of Hans Kammlr is more than just a historical footnote. It is a reminder of the importance of seeking truth, of holding perpetrators of evil accountable, and of never forgetting the lessons of the past, even as they fade into the mists of time. Hans Kammlr, the architect of the Reich's darkest ambitions, vanished into the chaos of a collapsing empire. His ultimate fate remains a mystery, a reminder that the universe possesses a long memory. Kammler's actions echo through time, a testament to the destructive potential within the human heart. The camps he designed and the weapons he helped create stand as monuments to the darkest chapter in human history. Kammler's story is a cautionary tale, revealing the corrupting influence of power and ambition. His legacy, entwined with the horrors of the Holocaust, reminds us that our choices have lasting consequences. Though the specter of World War II may have receded into history, the lessons from Kammler's life and crimes remain urgent today. The rise of nationalism, the resurgence of intolerance, and the growing chasm of inequality remind us that the seeds of hatred and division are still present. We must remain vigilant, ever mindful of the fragility of peace and the need to safeguard justice, equality, and human dignity. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos about the World War II.